Good morning. Today I thought I would give a little preview as to what I plan on doing later on in the season of Lent. I've been doing Bible studies and so forth, and I think during the Easter season we'll continue that. But we'll go in a slightly different direction in preparation for our penance service that's happening Monday of Holy Week. Along with services held by St. Ignatius on Tuesday of Holy Week and HGA on Sunday of Holy Week, just like we did during the season of Advent. Just kind of spacing out our penance services, allowing our people as much availability as possible for confession. So if they can't make it their home place, they can make it at HJ or make it at St. Ignatius or make it at St. Catherine's, one of those days of Holy Week in preparation for Good Friday and Easter Sunday. But anyways, the presentation, I think I'm going to do it over 2 days, is on the vices and virtues, especially the 7 deadly sins. And like I said, I thought I'd give a little preview as to what to expect in these series. We'll look at the sin of anger as inspired by today's gospel reading. Jesus says, "Whoever is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment. Whoever says to his brother, Raquah, will be answerable to the Sanhedrin. Whoever says, you fool, will be liable to fiery Gehenna." So what is anger all about? Anger is a morally neutral concept. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, obviously, anger can lead to sin and destruction in the negative sense, but also in the positive sense. There's a righteous anger. There's an anger where one is angry over one's sins, or one is angry over a grave injustice that has been done to them or to someone else. Those are examples of a righteous anger. But still, even with righteous anger, it's not a state that you want to be in too long, okay? Which is why, again, the church, and really the history of the church, kind of put anger among the categories of those 7 deadly sins or those 7 deadly attitudes. Anger is a very dangerous spiritual spot to be in. To kind of give 2 examples, anger is like a willing servant, okay, a servant who wants to get out there, a servant who wants to serve. But anger as a willing servant, is a servant that will use any means necessary to accomplish its purpose. Okay, you can see how that can be problematic. Anger is that space within us, that feeling, that attitude within us that doesn't care how something is accomplished. And again, which can lead to other sins, other destructions of the path. So sometimes we're angry over something injustice, but we don't care how we accomplish or overturn that injustice, which could lead to all the problems. Another problem with anger is, sense of a metaphor. For me, I love the beach. I love the peaceness of the beach. I love, the waves moving in. I love just the beauty and the vastness of the ocean, of the beach, and those sort of things. Anger is that storm that comes to the beach where no longer is that beach very peaceful or tranquil. No longer is it a place of meditation and contemplation. Instead, you're distracted by the mass winds, the rains, and you just want to get out of there. And so anger within the soul also robs us of moments of contemplation, meditation, and peace and joy with the Lord. And so again, anger, our Lord is asking us, before you bring those gifts to the altar, remove that anger, remove that anger, meditate on the Lord, calm down, because anger also takes away our ability to reason. Okay, like I said, with that metaphor with the servant who will any means necessary. Reason goes out the window when we're angry. We don't think rationally. So again, it's a state, an attitude, even if it's a righteous anger, one we don't want to be in too long. One where we want to kind of allow ourselves to calm down. Ask our Lord, again, to just provide his peace and joy in the soul. So that's just a little tiny bit. There's much more that can be said about anger, about how to, what are the cures and remedies of anger, but that will be for another time. Again, this was just a little preview on anger and the other vices that are out there that will hopefully provide a good examination of conscience. That's the whole purpose of this series that I want to do, to give a very good, thorough examination of conscience of our lives. So hopefully this is helpful. God bless you and have a wonderful day.